Welcome back. You're watching 101. We're talking with the popular and talented Indian actor Naseeruddin Shah. Now, we mentioned the Richard Attenborough film earlier, Gandhi, and how rumour has it that you were a strong candidate for that role. Of course, it went to Ben Kingsley in the end.
Yes.
How important was it for you at the time? How much did you really want that? How keen
I desperately wanted it. I wanted it desperately. I was among the three contenders at the end, who were Mr. Kingsley, Mr. John Hurt, and myself. The three of us were tested out. I was convinced I would get the part, because I said to myself, where on earth is Richard Attenborough going to get an English actor who looks like Gandhiji? The moment I set eyes on Ben Kingsley, I said, oh hell, he's found him. So I went to England to audition. The audition was a bit of a farce. I think Ben Kingsley had been decided on, and Attenborough's auditioning an Indian actor was just a good diplomacy. To make news that he's considering an Indian actor as well. I was bitterly disappointed when I didn't get the part. But looking back on it now, I realized two things. A, I was too young. I would perhaps not have been able to deliver the goods the way Ben Kingsley did. B, the Oscar campaign for that film had probably already begun, even before the film was shot. And think of an Oscar going to an Indian actor, you know.
I guess certainly at that time. I mean, there's still the possibility in the future. What about later then, 1998? You got to play Mahatma Gandhi.
I got to play Mahatma Gandhi on the stage. In a play and in a film by Kamal Hassan, in which he made me wear a prosthetic face. A child of 6 could have played Gandhi with that rubber mask. Kamal Hassan loves makeup, so he compelled me to wear it. So that was not much fun. But playing him on the stage was great, because that was a play about Gandhiji and his son. And
his first son.
His eldest son.
Yeah.
And I began to understand my dad somewhat. By that time, I'd had children of my own. Both my sons were acting in the play as Gandhiji's sons. And here, it was almost as if I could see both sides of the coin. I knew how I'd felt when Dad would forbid me to see movies or listen to music on the radio, claiming it was good for me. And I know now how I feel having children. And in fact, my son asked me in the course of the play that, would you ever do what Gandhiji did? That he didn't send his own son on scholarship, but sent another person who he considered more deserving. That was a tough one to answer. But it came to me, the role of Gandhi came to me at the right time. As they say in Urdu, ke dane dane pe likha hai khane wale ka naam. Us pe Ben Kingsley ka naam likha tha.
Yeah, on the grains are written
On every grain is written the name of the person who will eat it. So my name was written on the grains which did the play, and I felt greatly gratified on doing that play and very fulfilled. And I think I did better than I could have probably have done at that time.
You've got a reputation as being a hot-headed actor. Any danger of being a prima donna?
No, I'm not a prima donna. I feel actors are overpaid and overprivileged people to start with. They take terrible advantage of the position they're in. You'll find even an actor who can't afford to do it throwing his weight around once he's in continuity. It's unfair. I resent it. And I cannot stand this prima donna-ish behavior. I find it very, very difficult to take, and I don't see how anybody can justify it to themselves. I'm hot-headed, I'm told, because I tend to fly off the handle where there's an issue, to fly off the handle over. If I don't agree with the way a scene is written, or if I don't like the way a certain person is being treated, I make no bones about it. And I guess I'm just, what do you call them, aggressive?
I have to ask you now, you obviously played parts in the West and the East. Did you ever think at any time that, going across into Western productions might jeopardize or at least cause some kind of ill feeling among your Indian fan base?
No. I don't have such a wide fan base. My work is studied and regarded by people who have an interest in cinema. I can't say that I'm the rage of any kind of part of the state. Also, the thought of moving base to the West never occurred to me. I don't think it was a mistake of nature that I was born there, and I think there is a job to do over there. If I uproot myself and move away, I will be marginalized. I realize that. There is no way I will get the kind of opportunities that I have got in India in a country like America or England. And as far as endangering the work I get there, not at all. There in Bombay, people are mighty proud of hi, you've been to Hollywood, you're working in an English movie. This kind of thrill is still there, the thrill of working outside your country.
What do you enjoy most about your life as an actor?
That I can do what I love doing and be paid for it. It is something I would pay people to let me do.
Don't say that on camera. Your next role is going to be very cheap.
Oops. But honestly, I feel so privileged that I'm in a position where every morning I can wake up and say, here's another great day, man. I got another day in which I can, practice my craft.
There must be a downside then. There must be the price you have to pay. What is that?
There isn't any, really. There isn't any. I think actors live the most fortunate lives of anybody. You're paid to stay a child and to continue looking at life as a child. The downside is that your privacy gets invaded and stuff. I don't attach so much importance to all that, because I think if you really want to stay by yourself, you can still manage to. I think the trouble is most stars enjoy being recognized and pointed out and followed and so on. I definitely don't. The downside is when you are a beginner trying to get work. That is the tough part, and that is when you may sometimes begin to question the wisdom of this decision.
Based on your experience and what you've done, is there an appeal to do more directing or producing, to get more involved in the mechanisms rather than just the actual acting?
Producing, no, because that involves dealing with large amounts of money, which I am not good at and I'm not interested in. Directing, I do on the stage. I directed one film and I found it an extremely difficult task. Also because I'm basically a theatre person, and if I were given a choice tomorrow, I'd opt to do a play. I think I go more for theatre because it's alive. It's living every moment. You have a chance every moment to improve what you've done. You don't have to make crucial decisions on the spur of the moment quickly. I found that very difficult as a filmmaker, to be able to hit on the right idea, the right angle of camera, the right light, the right staging, and so on. I'm slow. If I was a child today, I'd be diagnosed as having ADD or something, and it takes me a long time to digest something. So I was uncomfortable making that film. I'm not sure I want to make another.
How would you like to be remembered? What would you like your legacy to be as an actor or as a person?
I'd like to be remembered as an actor who didn't think it necessary to show off all the time. I think if I'm remembered that way, that'll be good enough for me, because over the years, my equations about my work have solidified, and I have come to the conclusion that actors who hanker after displaying their wares all the time are people to be pitied, and they are people for whom acting is an end in itself, and it's not. You don't act for the sake of acting, no matter how much you may enjoy it. You act because there is a purpose to it, and the purpose is to convey somebody's ideas. What you have to do is not obstruct those ideas. So I'm always asked about, you change your appearance so much and so on, but that's not to me the important thing. You change your appearance if that would help communicate. You don't change your appearance for the sake of changing your appearance.
I wish you luck, Nasir. Thank you very much for talking with us. It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.